Hello, everyone, and welcome back to SuttonsDaze. If you're new here, my name is Lisa, and we are all about pantry preparedness. And this month, it's always Stocktober, where we talk all things pantry, frugal living, and finding the calm in the chaos that surrounds us every single day lately, it seems. Winter is coming, and if you've ever been snowed in or lost power or watched the grocery store shelves empty out before a storm, you know how fast things can change. Just like that, okay? So today we're diving into seasonal stocking because it makes sense to get prepared. Prepping before winter, that's what it's all about. Because winter is pure chaos on a good day, right? The smart, simple ways to fill your shelves and keep your family comfortable and stay one step ahead of the cold. So grab your favorite cup of something warm or cold, if you actually have warm weather, and your pantry planner, a notebook, a pen, and let's make this winter one that you are going to glide through without any problems at all and no scrambling. Let's start with why seasonal stocking matters, because timing really is everything. I mean, everything. Timing is all of it. Let's look at weather disruptions first, because those are the most common, right? Especially in the wintertime. Even a small storm can shut down major trucking routes for days. It can cause a chink in that chain where they think everything is supposed to run smoothly. When that happens, your local stores can't restock because the trucks are stuck on I-94 or I-75 someplace, and those just-in-time supply chains, they stop cold hard, really hard. When you're already stocked, you can sit back, you can sip your coffee while the storm passes instead of standing at the checkout line that's a mile long trying to get something that you should have had before it even came. Then there are those post-holiday shortages. After Thanksgiving, after Christmas, warehouses go lean and deliveries slow down. Everyone's trying to catch their collective breath from the commercialism of those two holidays. Have you ever tried to find yeast or canned pumpkin in January? It's hard. It's hard. Stock up now while the shelves are full and the prices are lower, because after January, they're going to go up again, and the harder things are to get, supply and demand. The harder they are to get, the higher the prices are. Now, there's always higher winter prices also, because why not? Like, the prices aren't high enough now, but they're going to keep going up. And I don't know how else to relay this to you so that you listen to me, so that you understand. The prices are going to keep rising. And so the heating costs go up. We saw what the electric did this summer, right? Stupid. So the heating costs are going to keep going up too. Grocery prices always rise before the holidays, and by midwinter, we're all feeling the pinch, like hard. Not only do you have cabin fever, but you're too broke to actually walk out the door of the cabin. So filling your pantry before December is one of the easiest ways to fight inflation at the household level, and that's what we're talking about here. The household level. We want to make sure that we have what we need / want when it's otherwise not available or the prices have gotten stupid, because they can, The other one is illnesses or sicknesses. Now, oh gosh, I had somebody say, well, I live by myself, so I don't have to stock up. Okay, well, that's just foolish and ridiculous, and I'm sure I know, because I have a bunch of single people here stocking up their pantries. And I remember when I was single, and I got so sick. I was down for the count for a week. And at the time, it was much before my preparedness era. And if it wasn't for a coworker coming by and bringing me, just some soup and something to drink, I literally don't know what I would have done. I could not physically leave the house. I was so ill. I did not have what I needed in the house. Has that ever happened since? Not on your life, it didn't, okay? Now it is a priority of mine to make sure that I am stocked up in case I get sick, which is going to happen. The walking petri dishes went back to school, what, a month and a half ago or more. It's all flying through the air. There's flu, there's COVID, there's shingles. I mean, everything is out there right now. It is like the perfect storm waiting to land on your head. And you need to make sure that if it does, because you didn't duck fast enough, that you have everything in your home to help you get through it. Whether you're by yourself or whether you have 5 other people in the house, you need to make sure that you have what you need to get through an illness or a sickness during the winter. Look at things like broth. Broth is big. It gives you protein. It gives you some sodium. Even if you get the low sodium one, it's low sodium, not no sodium. And, that can be huge. It's something to drink that you can get down that doesn't cause other issues most of the time. Electrolyte powders, cannot recommend them highly enough. They really do help. We need the electrolytes along with the fluids. Honey with tea. There are times I've had bronchitis in the past where literally you suggest anything and I don't want it anywhere near my person, but I am always willing to take tea with honey because it makes the world a better place. You can stay home, you can rest, and you can recover faster. Stop going out and infecting everybody else in the world. So, yes, get prepared for being sick or being ill because it could happen. Next is maybe one of the biggest reasons, right? Peace of mind, calmness when the chaos erupts, because it does. When everybody else is panicking, you're prepared. You don't have to join in on that party because it's not a fun party. It's not a good time. A stocked pantry replaces anxiety with assurance, and that's what we're looking for. That's what literally has been the goal of generation after generation after generation until most recently when everybody thinks that, somebody else will take care of them. So that in itself is worth its weight in gold, knowing that you can replace anxiety with assurance because you've got it taken care of. Now let's talk about what to actually stock, okay? The foods that carry you comfortably through these cold, dark months because, yeah, the sun's going away rather quickly. The days are shorter, night lasts longer. Daylight savings time starts in a few weeks. It's not fun. So we're going to look at what can actually help get you through these dark months because they are so dark. Look at soups and stews. Look at the supplies for those. Think cozy, filling, forgiving, because that literally is soup, okay? And any other explanation that you can have. They are cozy and they are comforting and they're just wonderful. And so think about that. Stock canned chicken because canned chicken is the bomb. You can use it so many different ways. Chicken broth, beef broth, tomato paste, diced tomatoes, dehydrated or freeze-dried veggies, onions, carrots, potatoes, and of course, beans and lentils because, they're good. Definitely something to try. If you're just getting into them, don't go buy a 5-gallon bucket, but get a bag and try them. They're good. I've talked about them a lot. Baking basics, because nothing makes winter more tolerable than the amazing smells that come out of your oven on the day that you bake. Whether it is pies or cakes or muffins or, any other thing that you bake that's comforting and sweet and wonderful. So you're going to look at, those things. Flour, sugar, baking soda, baking powder, yeast, salt, powdered milk, butter powder. Because butter powder you can use, in a bunch of different things, and oil. That's what you need. It's just that simple. Now, if you'd rather have real butter, go get the real butter. Put it in the freezer. You can use it. If you have these, you can literally make, out of those ingredients that I just listed, you can make so many things. You can make bread, biscuits, tortillas, pasta. Yes. You never have to worry about empty shelves or snow days again. My favorite thing about a snow day is not having to walk out the front door because that is the epic snow day. I don't have to, I don't have to go to work. I don't have to go to school. I don't have to do anything that I don't want to do. And it's a beautiful thing. So then I can bake some bread or bake a pie or whatever. And those simple ingredients, some actual honest to goodness homemade pasta to put right into your chicken soup. That's a great day. Now we're going to talk about comfort foods, because with the winter and the darkness and the storms and the ice and, all of that fun stuff, preparedness isn't just about calories, it's also about morale. A lot of people's mental health or, attitudes take a real serious nosedive during the darker months because it's dark. It just is not conducive to being very friendly a lot of the time. I personally occasionally love a nice dark gray day. It's like calm, okay, because if the sun's out, you can't be calm. You have to be doing something. But on a nice gray day, you can kind of kick back, put your feet up and go, I'm going to read a book because I can. So look at things like comfort foods. You want to look at cocoa, because hot cocoa is so good. Coffee, always. Tea, oatmeal even, okay? Instant puddings, canned fruit. And yeah, don't forget about a few of those mini marshmallows to put into your hot cocoa. They're even good in your coffee, by the way. A warm treat after a long, cold day really lifts the spirits. A lot, a lot. And that matters when winter feels like it is endless, because somewhere around February 1st, it starts to feel significantly endless. Now we're going to talk about power outages, because winter is rife with power outages, okay? It is the ice that takes out the power. It's the snow that takes out the power. It's the wind. It is the moron driving too fast that skidded into a power pole and knocked it off that take out the power. And so you really are at the mercy of a lot of stuff that you just can't control. But when the lights go out, you want meals that require little or to no cooking. Absolutely. Canned meats or nut or seed butters, crackers, granola bars, sardines, that kind of thing. Ready to eat soups, fruit cups, that all of that. You can do all of that. Think open and eat foods, energy without electricity. That's what you're looking for. But just because the power's out doesn't mean you can't make something warm too, because if you have those soups and a fondue pot, you can heat it up and then you've got something warm. When the power's out for an undetermined amount of time, and you're sitting in your house going, how am I going to do this when it's like 20 degrees outside of the wind? A warm bowl of soup is really going to make a huge difference for your morale, for your body, for your whole being, Next, there's hydration and health supplies. Yeah, okay. When you're in the summertime, and you're outside and it's hot and you're sweating, you know that you need to drink. That's like your indicator that, oh yeah, okay, fluids are leaving. I need to be sure to add more. In the wintertime, you're less likely to show the signs that you do in the summertime of needing that fluid, of hydrating. So you have to make a concentrated effort, because it's just as important in the winter as it is in the summer to make sure that you're hydrated. So make sure that you have water. Make sure you have water. Heated air, it's dry. It's so dry. So if you have a humidifier, that helps a lot in the house. It will help with your sinuses. It will help with your skin. It will help with your hair. All the things. Your cats won't look like 4th of July sparklers when they hit the blankets, right? So figure out a way to add moisture to your house, if you don't have it incorporated with your heating system. We tend to drink less water as a whole just because it's not summer and we're not sweating. Keep electrolyte packets. Use electrolyte packets. Make them part of your routine 365 days a year, because we need them. Herbal teas, shelf-stable juices, honey, lemon powder, that kind of thing. Staying hydrated helps maintain your immune system and your energy level. And that's big, especially your immune system. Two things, that we all need when the cool sets in is our energy level and our immune system. So keep hydrating, keep hydrating. So those are your pantry basics, but remember, a true winter prep goes beyond the kitchen. It really does. There's a lot more to winter preparedness than just the food. The food is always the starting off point. Once you have your pantry prepared for the winter, you are good to go. Don't forget about heating sources. Like I said, they take out the electric, in one way or another. Your food's important, but your home setup keeps you safe. And that's something that you need to consider. Look at the essentials beyond the pantry. Look at heat sources. You can't control the weather. You can't control the idiot driving too fast on the ice, but you can control how warm you can stay in your home, wherever that is. Now, I know you're in apartments or you're in townhouses or you're renting and, all the different things. There are ways to make sure that you can get through. We heat with wood. We have a wood burning stove. That's our primary heat. Our backup that goes off, at about 2 in the morning is the furnace. When our thermostat hits 55, then the furnace kicks on. So, okay, great. But if the furnace weren't to kick on, we'd just have to get up in the middle of the night to load more wood into the wood stove. If you don't have a wood stove, then look at, okay, your fireplace will make a nice emergency thing, but honestly, most of your heat goes up the flue, so up the chimney. So you want to find other ways also to help heat your house, like the Mr. Buddy heaters, like a pup tent in your, living room. Make it an event, and camp out in your living room. It's fun. There are all kinds of different ways that you can do it. Make sure that you have your firewood, your propane, your kerosene, your extra blankets. You can never have enough blankets. And thermal sleeping bags are wonderful. Now, remember, Thrivalist has their October special on right now, and their monthly special for October includes a Mylar sleeping bag and a Mylar poncho. That poncho can be turned into like a tent. It's so big that you can turn it into a tent and it will hold in your body heat. You can throw it over, a table or something, and it works great. Or just put it over your person and huddle into it. The sleeping bag does the same thing. You can tuck right into that thing and your body heat just bounces off the inside of it, and it's great, and it keeps you warm, and it's not heavy. You add that in and, with your blankets, and you're so good. If the power goes out, you'll stay safe instead of scrambling. There are enough people out there scrambling around like chickens with their heads cut off because somebody else was going to take care of them, Nobody's going to come rescue you. Because it's winter, it's dark, like all the time dark. So you want to pay attention to lighting. Lighting is really big if you want to do anything other than lay in bed staring at the darkness in the ceiling, right? Darkness falls early in the winter and outages can last. Keep flashlights, LED lanterns, candles, solar garden lights, which work less in the wintertime. At least here they do. So, you'll get a little bit of light off of them, but not a lot. And plenty of batteries. Honestly, you guys, those candles that I have recommended now for a few years, battery-operated candles that are on a timer, make it so that I can walk through my house in the middle of the night without ramming myself into a piece of furniture. They are huge, and if you get a couple of them together, you could literally read a book. So they just run off batteries that I have to change maybe 4 times a year, depending on how much they get used. Consider those two. Reliable light also keeps your home safe. It makes it look occupied. It makes it look like you're up, and it helps keep your nerves steady. Nobody likes sitting in the dark in silence wondering, what was that noise? What was that noise? No, I want to see what's going on. Water supplies. Okay, because it's freezing cold. And, it is what it is. The ice, the snow, the storm, the wind, the person, whatever the case may be. So the power gets knocked out, so your heat gets knocked out, and so now you have to worry about your pipes freezing. So frozen pipes happen. Storms knock out pumps, right? All the time. Store at least 1 gallon, I recommend 2 gallons of water per person per day for 2 weeks. That's one person, 14 gallons. That's one person, 3 cases of $6 bottles of water from Walmart. That's all you need, okay? And that will see you through all kinds of stuff. Now, I know they're not the most efficient, but depending on your storage situation, they may be what works best for you. I know they work really good for us. We've got those as our initial, and then we've got water bricks, and then we've got non-potable water for flushing, and then, we've got all kinds of different water stored. But if you're just starting out, get at least 2 gallons per person per day in any way that makes the most sense for you, that is the easiest for you to stack in your living conditions. Add water filters, add water purification tablets just for peace of mind because it's your backup to your backup. Always. I'll just go melt snow. You're going to be busy because it takes a lot of energy to melt enough snow to equal a gallon of water. We should do that experiment this winter, don't you think? Remember that water is heavier to find than food once it's frozen outside. Heavy water? hard, and it takes a bit for it to defrost. Our pets and our livestock. I don't know why people think I forget about this, but they always say it. So, pets and livestock. Our animals count on us. We are responsible for them in every way, shape, or form. You are responsible for their safety, their health, and their welfare. You. And they rely on you to make it happen. So, stock some extra pet food. It's not that hard. Litter, bedding, heat lamps if it's applicable, right? Ensure water won't freeze. Go out there and replace the water frequently if you have to, because it does freeze. That's just the way it works. That's the reason we don't keep anything other than chickens in the winter, and why most of the time you're seeing me go outside 4 times a day in the winter to swap out their waterers to make sure that they have access to thawed water. You'll thank yourself when you can stay inside instead of making emergency runs in the blizzard, right? So you want to make sure that you have a stock of the pet food, and don't stock for 4 years, because typically dry food lasts no more than a year. It'll go rancid because of the natural oil, okay? If you stock that much more food for your livestock in the barn, other than like hay, which it's hay, you're going to run into it anyway, but you run the risk of just attracting more rodents and whatnot. So you have to be careful how you stock it, but stock it up. Make sure you're not running during a storm to get the feed that you need. Okay, we're going to jump into medications and first aid. And yes, it's important. Pharmacies close during snowstorms. Did you know that? They do, just like every place else, because those people have a life too, okay? And they have to be safe too, and they have families that need to stay safe too. The world doesn't revolve around you, my dear. So keep at least a 30-day supply of a prescription. If you know a major storm is coming in tomorrow, okay, get hold of that pharmacy today. And with the way things are currently, at least for the moment, is that we get notifications ahead of time when a storm's coming in. Oh, it's not going to hit us. It never does. That'll be the one time it does. So get your butt up a couple days early and see about refilling your prescription if you can. It's not that hard, okay? You can make arrangements to make things happen. Pain relievers, cold meds, sinus tablets, first aid supplies, all of that stuff. Having them on hand means less worry when the roads are icy. Nobody wants to be out there trying to drive, the icy streets during a blizzard to go get something, to find out that the employers of the pharmacy were kind enough to let their people go home so that they didn't have to risk their lives later. Are you ready? I know you're ready. I know you just love it when I say this, okay? So let's do a quick winter pantry audit. You can do it. I know you can. It's so much fun, you guys, okay? This is your reset moment right now. This is your reset moment to use what you have, organize what's left, and fill any gaps before the deep cold arrives, because it's coming. They've already warned us this is going to be a heck of a winter, right? So rotate older items forward. You want to use your oldest stock first. That's always the way it works. Just like in a grocery store, the oldest is up front, the newest is in the back. It keeps things fresh and avoids waste. If you are throwing out food because you're not getting to it in time, you're wasting money, you might as well just sit back and throw those Ben Franklins into the wood burner, You want to check the condition and expiration of everything in your pantry, because just because you've never had a mouse doesn't mean you won't get one if you decide to start ignoring what's going on in there. So look for rust, look for dents, look for bulging cans or torn packages or little gifts that mice leave behind, right? Reseal or repackage dry goods into jars. Don't store it in the box you brought it home from the store in, because you really run the risk of bringing home a hitchhiker. And they are gross. They're super gross. Create a use-it-up basket. Everything that needs to be used up within the next week, put in that basket. And work your menu around it. I like to be spontaneous. Whatever. Seriously. This is a great trick. One bin for items nearing expiration. Challenge yourself to build the meals around them, because it's fun. And who doesn't like a challenge? Chili, casserole, soups. It keeps the rotation natural and fun. It should be fun. It's just food, okay? Use a printable checklist. Don't go off your memory. My goodness, don't go off your memory, okay? I have a winter prep checklist that I will throw in the description box down below. You can do a direct download of it. It is free. And here's the deal. You click on the link. It's a direct download. It downloads directly to wherever the device you are watching on downloads to. If you're on your TV, try checking out this QR code. Yes. And you might be able to download it right straight to your phone. It's really kind of cool. Let me know how it goes. I'm interested to see who does it and if it works. It breaks your pantry into categories and, so that you can prep in categories like soups, baking, comfort foods, outage gear, pet needs. Everything you've heard today will be on that list. And it'll give you a quick, easy checklist to go down. Do I have this in case, And that's really what you need to look at. Now, mindset and motivation. It's getting marginally more difficult, right? With the mindset, the motivation, the morale. But you find that even though the world is a dumpster fire right now, and uncertainty is wrapping around us and cloaking us daily, constantly, nonstop, that having these systems set up gives you a sense of security. It gives you a sense of peace and calm, even though everything else is pure chaos. You don't have to worry about everything. You know what I mean? So you can kind of step back for a minute and take a deep breath, because everybody needs to do it. I do it. We all need to do it. We cannot watch this chaos 24/7 and expect to maintain our mindset and our motivation or our morale. At the heart of it, preparedness isn't about panic. It's not about fear. It's about peace. And being prepared brings you that peace. A stocked pantry turns a winter storm into a cozy weekend at home. Oh, good. I can put on my sweatpants and my big fluffy socks, and I can sit here and just, veg. Nobody needs anything from me. It's a great thing. Instead of wondering what you'll make for dinner, you're pulling out soup mix and biscuits and settling in by the fire and enjoying the quiet. There's nothing as amazing sounding as true quiet. It's incredible. Remember that preparation is an act of love, okay? It really is. So if you are the person making these decisions for more than yourself, then that is a way that you are showing love for those people. And if you're doing it for yourself, it's a way of showing yourself love. And that's just as important. Taking care of everybody to make sure that they get through the difficult times, even if it's just a day or two. The cool part is that when you're ready, when you're prepared, you're able to help. You don't have to sit by and watch other people suffer, because you're able to help because you prepared. Maybe it's a jar of soup to a friend who snowed in, or an extra blanket for an elderly neighbor, That can mean all the difference right there. Preparedness builds community and it builds resilience, one literal pantry at a time. So before that first snowflake flies, which I'm sure is going to be like literally any time now, take a little time this week to check on your shelves, okay? Refill your staples. Make sure your winter supplies are in order. Now's the time to do it. Get it done before November 1st. You'll thank yourself later, I promise. You really will. Being able to make that hot drink or have a hot meal during a power outage in the winter when it's cold, it just changes everything. Don't forget to grab your winter pantry prep checklist. Remember this QR code or the link down below, direct downloads. Wherever your device downloads to, that's where you'll find it. And let me know in the comments, what is one item that you always make sure to stock before winter hits? What's that one item that you stock? Okay, everybody, until next time, be safe. Keep stacking it to the rafters, my friends.